I played this in New York for the first time ever. This next song is called Spices. And I went on the internet, which was a funny experience afterwards. I don't have a computer, so I don't go on the internet very often, but I was in the hotel room, and they had one of those, TV internet things. So I went on, and I went on this thing called Phantasytour. You guys know about that? I don't know what that reaction means, but Tom actually told me. I said, "Oh, I wonder what people thought about some of these new songs." So I'll go on Phantasytour, and here's the two things that I thought. You tell me if this is accurate. The first thing I thought that there's like 6 guys that do all the talking on Phantasytour. Is that true? That's my impression, And anyone who has anything else to say other than those 6 guys is But the really interesting thing was that, okay, here's the really interesting thing. They're a bunch of assholes. No, that's not the interesting thing. Everything they say is wrong. That's the interesting thing. No, the interesting thing is this. I guess John Fish, mentioned in an interview somewhere about this song. This is an unveiling of the way that music is written for Fish and for my band here. What happened was we were doing Round Room, and I had all these new songs, and I played them for the guys, and we all kind of picked the ones we liked. 2 of them were a little bit too complicated for us to learn because we decided we would do that album very fast. Round Room was done in about 3 days. So, which we liked because I thought it sounded fresh. And 2 of the songs, we realized, well, this is going to take a lot more work, and we didn't, we decided we would wait. And we will probably be playing those 2 songs on the Summer Fish tour. Okay. One of them is Spices, this song that I played. And I had played Mike and Page and Fish, the version that I do on the acoustic guitar. Now, this is a long story, but it should be interesting eventually. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Pebbles and Marbles, which you just heard, started off, as some of you know, as a solo acoustic guitar song. The rest of it is all fleshing out. It's taking guitar parts and putting them into horn parts, or taking guitar parts, translating them into whatever instruments work. Gaiudi also started as a solo acoustic guitar song. It was all in there, you have to flesh it out. So here comes Spices now, and anyway, the reason I said this is because on Phantasytour they said, John Fishman had said in the interview, we've got this song Spices, it's going to be really cool, it's got all these different parts and all this stuff. And then these guys had heard me do it in New York, and they said, it just sounded like a bunch of chords, and it was a bunch of baloney and whatever. Anyway, so this is, in response to them, I will now play Spices. And and here's the thing. You have to use your imagination. I like it I don't even know it that well, so I'll probably mess parts of it up, but use your imagination here, okay? As I'm playing this, realize that Pebbles and Marbles that we just played was a solo acoustic guitar tune very similar to this one when it started. So the whole fun of all this is for me to play this song for you now, like this, and then we're going to be back here at Shoreline Amphitheater in a month. And then at that point, we will play it. As a matter of fact, I'll make you a little vow now. We won't play it again until that show. That will be the first electric version of that show, which is only the second song of the show of the tour, so it's not that big a deal. But so then, hopefully, some of you people can be at both shows, and you can compare. And then this will hopefully, when you see, how far you can go with it, then you can all get on Phantasytour and tell those guys what a bunch of assholes they are. Here we go.